Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really hope that you're having a beautiful and an amazing day. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much for all of your continued love and support. I really appreciate it. So this is a timeless collective reading for all signs. Whenever you hear the messages, when you're meant to receive it. All right. Whatever comes out in the reading could be related to anything in your life or in love. This could be your story or the story of someone else that's in your energy or your environment, knowingly or unknowingly. This could be a past situation, a current event, or this may be a future prediction. Please excuse my voice, you guys. I don't know what's going on. My ear, nose, and throat today. Which I think a lot of people probably will experience that. Definitely a lot of ascension. So today's date is actually 4/14. The energy has been extremely heavy lately, but a lot of people, I know like myself, we're trying our hardest to stay in this state of just zen, being very peaceful, being very positive, really trying to keep your eye on the prize and stay focused. Despite a lot of the energy that's being projected around us at this time. We are in eclipse season. So you have a lot of people who've been feeding off of your energy, of course, and they know that that time is coming to an end. I've been receiving a lot of really, really heavy downloads, but to be honest, as someone who speaks, to the collective, I've been trying to really monitor what I'm putting out. My energy is very, very sensitive as of lately. So, even when I see certain titles, certain titles of different tarot videos or things on TV, music, everything is just really bothering me lately. So you guys could sort of be experiencing the same thing. So today, 4/14, so the angel number 414, it represents a fresh start and a successful journey. However, a positive mindset and determination is required. All right. Really try to stay like I said, as focused and positive as you possibly can right now. I'm using a few different decks today. I just don't want to use any of the same decks that we've been using here on the channel because I want to pick up a totally different energy. I'm going to deep cleanse all of my decks very soon. And you guys will notice that the messages that I put on the channel, I'm going to really shift them. My consciousness, my awareness, my frequency is constantly changing. So the messages that I will pick up on and the way that I choose to read is also changing. At the bottom of this deck is the Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands is here. But what I want to first do is just pull a few, haven't used this in a long time, a few surrender cards. And let's just see where we may be blocked right now. I think the most important thing for us to focus on right now is what we want to release, okay? What do we want to release? And then the reading, we're really going to just see what is the energy and just try to have some very positive, uplifting messages today. That's what I went into very deep prayer about, is us having very positive, uplifting messages. It's time for us to really shift our perspective about things. We don't want to be in this victim consciousness, woe it's me type of attitude, because it's only going to trigger us and lower our vibration. Everyone should be really trying to prepare themselves for the blessings that God has coming in. Okay, trust. So you could be having issues right now with trust, being in denial about certain situations. This could be about friendships, relationships, job. You could be in denial about the fact that it's time for you to make some very serious life changes. You have here surrender. So it's time for you to surrender, meaning it's time to release control, meaning it's time for you to understand the importance of you picking and choosing your battles more wisely. Some of the battles, even when it comes to spiritual warfare, honestly, is not your battle. Some of the things that you are going through right now, honestly, it is because you are indeed chosen. You're carrying karmic debts of your foremothers, your forefathers. You are receiving karmic justice, good karma, of course, and also, Some of us receive bad karma. No one is, above any type of karmic justice that is served, because we all make mistakes. But you could have went through a lot of things in your life where your trust has been betrayed. So you may be struggling right now with trusting people and trusting yourself. What I want to really talk about is our conditioning. That's very important. Oftentimes when any person comes from a home, especially where there's been issues with one parent or both parents, we tend to have trust issues. When you feel like you can't really trust a parental figure or a sibling or someone in the home with you, it creates a lot of tension. It makes a lot of people even become very anal retentive. You could be very controlling and you may not even notice it. You will begin to want to control your environment because there have been people and situations in your environment that have caused you to have certain emotional reactions and responses that were not natural to you. You may be in denial about the fact that there has been some type of trauma or a tragedy in your life that has created this type of mindset that has caused you to be triggered. And I feel like a lot of people, and I just said this to a friend of mine recently, is in survival mode. It's time for us as a collective to come out of survival mode because perseverance is here. So a lot of people, I feel, have been going through hardships, whether it is financial hardships, whether you're going through strongholds and you're fighting all these different battles that have caused you to, of course, be this wounded warrior. And you get to a point where it's like you may be numb. You may be feeling like at times, that you're defeated. And you could, like I said, be in denial about the fact that perhaps you've really gone through a lot and you need to speak out about that. Maybe you need to write, you need to journal, you need to pray more, maybe fast, detox, maybe get into therapy. But there's going to be a need in this next chapter for you to actually be able to trust yourself, especially if you want to attract trustworthy people. A lot of relationships are being ruined at this time because people are afraid to trust because of what they've already had to try and make their way through. This perseverance is healthy, but to be in survival mode all the time is not. Okay, the fight or flight mode, we need to balance that energy here. All right, denial is it's time to acknowledge that you have fear with things and replace it with awareness. Okay, like I said, even in tarot can be very toxic if you are not using tarot just as a tool to assist you in your own discernment. Okay, because there's a lot of different things that you will hear in tarot that if you're not careful, you will pick up those energies and it will begin to manifest in your life. And so you have to be very conscious about what you are becoming aware of. Okay, are you utilizing certain things for awareness, or are you allowing it to pretty much make you weak and be in denial about the fact that there is more healing or shadow work that is needed on your behalf for certain things to work in your favor? All right. So let's see, what do we need to surrender? Surrender to non-action, all right? So right now you need to just be still. Just be still. Take this time to rest, rejuvenate, heal, reflect, like I said, detox, make some lifestyle changes, go out in nature, but simply just breathe and allow yourself, allow the universe, allow God to come in and tell you what exactly are you in denial about. I feel, I did a reading a few days ago and I was saying that there was a soul purge coming. During this eclipse season, you may be reflecting a lot. There's going to be things that are going to come to you, different signs, symbols, synchronicities, memories, a lot of deja vu. All of those things are happening because it's like your spiritual team is trying to get you to actually wake up. You've been sleeping. You're kind of walking around almost like in zombie mode or so numb because you feel like you've had so much pain, or there's been a lot of sorrow, there's been grief. Well, it's time now to just sit back and focus on your own inner strength and power and reflect on what has actually hurt you or even harmed you, but get out of denial about the fact that it's okay. Like I said, a lot of people have been conditioned to think that a lot of very toxic things is normal, and it's not. And that really starts in the home, let's be honest, or in our families. We talk a lot about generational hexes and curses, but really it's not just a hex or curse. It's really just behavioral patterns that need to be released. Surrender to prayer is here. So it's like, again, that goes back to the energy of just surrendering. Surrender here. A lot of people, it's time for you to get closer to God. It's time for you to get closer to your spiritual team, okay? And surrender to play. So yeah, go out, have a good time. Take a break from overthinking. Do something fun. Go out. You know, if there's a need here for you to become more rejuvenated, okay? If you lighten your load and you lighten your heart, it's like God will come in and bless you immensely. You know, your heart needs to be as light as a feather at this time. So you need to pray. You need to sit still and understand that maybe this battle that you're fighting is not really your battle to fight anymore, okay? Maybe everything that you've gone through, it really was just there to help you to become closer to God, all right? So let's get into the tarot and see. I have a different deck here, and at the bottom of it is love. So, you know, this has a lot to do with you loving yourself. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun is here. With the Eight of Pentacles, this card is honestly a lot about self-mastery. A lot of you are learning a lot in your life, in your journey. The Eight of Pentacles is here with the World card. So there is a spiritual ascension here, okay? In this particular card, like, she has books, feathers. These are moon. So some of you could be learning more about the moon cycles. You could be learning more about astrology. You could be learning about candles, about herbs. You could be a plant mom or dad. There's just a need, though, for you to, I really feel, to embrace your spiritual journey. Find something that you are interested in, whether it's a hobby, you know, again, lifestyle changes. You may want to start cooking more food, or a weight loss journey, hair journey, spiritual journey. It's just time for you to go like on a voyage that's going to lead you to your higher self here. You need liberation from a lot of this drama here that has sort of kept you between a rock and a hard place, in this state of fear that's causing a lot of complacency. It's like God is saying, I have somewhere for you to go. Okay, I have something for you to do, but you first are going to have to master yourself. Mastering yourself also, this has a lot to do with you understanding the importance of you balancing your emotions and logic, balancing that yin and yang energy, that feminine and masculine energy, understanding when to take action and when there should be no action, understanding when to speak and when to be quiet. This is really learning the true art of war, because there's already a battle within you. But in life, you're always on the battlefield, but do you really understand the art of the war that you yourself are in at this time? Eight of Pentacles, again, is very hard work, okay? It's being committed, it's being diligent to something, it's being consistent. Some of you, even when it comes to your spiritual hygiene, it's, you know, are you just relying on tarot, or are you actually doing the shadow work and the healing? Are you journaling? Are you praying? Are you fasting? You know, do you actually know what some of these things mean? You're listening to tarot and you hear signs and different things, but really, do you understand energy is what I'm hearing. Do you really understand energy? Because at this point, what Spirit is saying is that a lot of people, you should be at a place in your journey now where you should be spiritually graduating. And some people right now, you're feeling like you're going to be left behind, because it's time for you to really look and see, did you really do the work? And if you feel like you're not doing all the work that you should or could do, then this is the time to really spring into action. Because it's Five of Wands here, this is also like crabs in the barrel type of energy. A lot of people want your spot. And one thing about your spiritual path and your gifts, your talents and abilities, if you don't use them, you will lose them. And also, if you don't want to be on your path and your journey and take the blessings that God has assigned to you, they will go to someone else. Okay? That's the message that I've even been thinking about myself. This is a time of expansion, okay? People who are sitting around and you have incredible gifts, talents, and abilities, and you're not using them, eventually you will lose them. You know, there's a time here to, this is time to create. Some of you, if you want to have a platform or whatever, this is the perfect time to do it. I am so sorry, you guys. If they're doing lawn care outside. I really hate that, because this is an important message, but I'm so sorry. I can't control it. I don't want to stop the reading. So please, I'm sorry. Hopefully they stop soon. It's that time of year, you know. But the Sun is here. The Sun speaks of enlightenment, and awakening, liberation. um, being aligned with the sun. That's life, okay? And I wish I could just say, turn off your lawnmower. The Hierophant is here. Oh, wow. The Hierophant. And here is the Temperance and the Chariot. Those are three majors together. Okay. But what's interesting is, look at this. You see the Hierophant, the Temperance card, and the Chariot. You see here you have a dark horse and a white horse. You're moving forward now, understanding the importance of duality, because like I said, many of you are chosen, you are an earth angel, or you will be running across more people who are like-minded like yourself. But these cards here are all about temperance, duality, understanding, like I said, transmutation and the importance of alchemy. But you have to be able to ascend to your higher self in order to tap into this type of energy. You have to ascend to your higher self to recognize when something is dark and when it is of light, to understand if you should go into a situation or not. This is honestly learning a lot more now about being discerning in your life path. Should you go into their job? Should you start a business? Should you continue to be engaged in their friendship? Should you start their relationship? You know, what exactly is your life purpose? The Temperance and the Hierophant. Are you meant to share your journey with other people? Should you be documenting your journey? Do you need to share your test trials and your tribulations or your testimony with other people? What exactly are you supposed to be doing? And once you figure that out, are you going to dedicate and commit yourself to doing it? Okay, a lot of you right now are in this energy. The 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 9 of Swords. This is the light, this is the dark. You're coming out of this shadow aspect of yourself of living in paranoia, fear, having stress and anxiety constantly, always feeling like you missed the boat, always feeling like, you just have too much going on. This is what you've been conditioned to believe so that you won't fully step into your power. Okay, you've been conditioned to believe that, but at some point you have to decide that that's not who you are. Therefore, you have to drop this energy. That's what I'm saying. You have to go ahead and surrender to non-action. Figure out what is really the root of this issue. What are you carrying in your family? What exactly are you carrying? A lot of people talk about, oh, I'm chosen in my life purpose and this and that. But if you're chosen to do something, that means that you're here to do work. Your path is not supposed to be easy. Do you even know what you're working for? People, oh, well, I'm the curse breaker. Well, what curse are you breaking? What are you building? It's like you have the bricks and the entire, construction team out there, but what are you building? Do you know? This is a time to really get clear about what are you doing? Because there is actually a clean slate here. But nobody's going to force you to take it. 5 of Cups, like I said, being the victim. Are you looking at things as glass half empty or glass half full? What is your perspective? How do you perceive situations around you? Are you still thinking that, oh, I won't be able to get that job because I didn't get the last one? Oh, I probably won't ever get into a relationship because I've been single for, X amount of months or years. No, you have to drop this. And to change your mindset to go into this season of you having great stability, security, and abundance. Again, you have to align yourself, and it does require that you start over. The 7 of Pentacles, this requires work. Okay, because oftentimes what people don't understand is getting abundance is not the hard part usually. Because a lot of people can gain abundance through just luck. Maintaining it is what is more difficult. A lot of you have already received abundance. But now, do you understand how to maintain it and how to expand? It's a season of expansion. You already have the good job. You already started the business. Do you know now how to expand it? When you get more, are you able to manage more? God is asking now, okay, I see you managing. If I'm going to give you more, are you managing what you have already? 9 of Pentacles. And here's the Lovers. Wow, the Lovers, the King of Wands, and the Empress. Ooh. Here's the King of Cups and the 7 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Ace of Wands. So let me tell you about this right now. There's something from your past that is really, really trying to get at you hard and heavy. Okay? is trying to pull on you emotionally and energetically. You have two different kings here and the lover, so there's a clear choice here. These kings, this could be a man or a woman. Take it how it resonates for whoever is watching. There's a divine feminine here as the empress. You have a choice to make between a king of wands and a king of cups, but someone here is very deceptive. Someone here is deceptive, and the divine feminine is going to have to be strategic. You're going to have to, again, with the art of war. Somebody here is from the past or a past life, and you're needing to see this situation for what it is. You could have a brand new person in your life, and they are from a past life, and they are extremely deceptive. This is where you are going to have to use your own discernment, not tarot, not your mom, sister, brother, cousin, or anybody else. You yourself are going to have to open or allow your third eye to really show you how is this situation supposed to help you grow. Or you're going to have to finally realize that there was a very sneaky, deceptive person in your life. The only thing that they were placed there to do was to be there for a reason and a season, and they are not your lifetime. So you need to stop giving energy to that person, place, thing, or situation. But for a lot of you, this is a relationship. And I'm here, it does not have to be a romantic relationship. Some of you, it's a friend. Some of you, it's time for you to move into friendships with people who are generous. They are inspiring. They will help you to be the best version of yourself. And so you need to get rid of these sneaky friends, family members, and lovers around you who are not inspiring you to be your best self. You are going to have to get people out of the way so that you can make space for the right people. It's nothing against them, but this is where a lot of people can't understand why they're in this state of doom and gloom. It's because you're not moving. You're not taking action to get out of this type of energy. And that's where we all have to hold ourselves accountable. There is a choice here between two people. They both could be old. They both could be new. One could be old. One could be new. It doesn't matter from what timeline they are from. What do they do for you spiritually, energetically, emotionally is what's important. Which offer is in alignment with your highest good? It could be the new person. It could be the old person. You could have met both people yesterday. You have to make a choice. And this is what everyone, I feel, is having all of this anxiety about now in life is you now have to make a choice. You cannot just stand in the middle, hangman energy. You can't allow yourself to be delayed and no, you have to actually make a choice. There's a lot happening here when it comes to matters of the heart, because what I'm seeing here is a hangman. You have been there's an enlightenment coming about love. And here we have the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Some of you, there's 3 or 4 different emperors in your energy. You're going to receive an offer from one that's the real deal. And then there's one that's not. Some of you, for sure, there's a person that's in your energy. I don't know if they're around you physically or not, but somebody is for sure in your energetic field and they are false. They're doing everything to control and to manipulate your mind so that you will be confused and in some type of illusion so that you cannot see. Somebody does not want your third eye to be open to the fact that they are sneaky, they're a liar, they're very deceptive. Again, this could be someone new in your life who they seem like they're really, really great, but in actuality, they're living a double life. Or this could be someone that you've dealt with before that is trying to pull on you energetically because they know that they're about to be eclipsed out and they don't. So they're projecting fear, doubt, insecurity, confusion, and illusions onto you because you carry this high priestess energy. Somebody is trying to make sure that you are not in this energy where you can see the truth. They don't want you to have clarity because peace is a very powerful tool. When you have peace of mind, it's very easy there for you to be intentional, and you must be intentional in order to manifest. See, if you have several different people in your energy and you're confused about them all, you won't move forward with any of them. That's what someone here is trying to do. You have a person in your energy that is truly an enemy. They want you very, very confused about everything and everyone in your life that does not allow them to dictate and control you. There is an offer here for some of you that leads to the Four of Wands. But you, again, you have an offer of someone who is a fake. They are a counterfeit. They may not be making it. They're making more of a proposition. Somebody wants to barter with you. Somebody is going to come towards you, or they've already come towards you. They are being sneaky and deceptive. What they really want for you to do is to forfeit your journey and to give up on whatever it is that you're working towards right now, so that you will stay stuck in hell with them. Somebody it's going to be very clear, to deal with a particular person, you have to forfeit your journey. So let's say if you, this is a spiritual community. So I use light worker examples. Let's say, for instance, if you're a tarot reader, okay, you are, you do anything with healing, because there's a heavy emphasis on the third eye. Now, keep in mind, it could be any career that you have or anything. Somebody does not want you to do things that are going to keep you elevating, because as you elevate, they know that you leave them behind. So let's say if you're like a tarot, somebody's going to try to stop you from reading tarot, because that's how you're able to see how energy in your life is playing out. Somebody just wants you to be blind so that you rely fully on them, and they can, like I said, dictate and control you and kind of move you around where they want. Somebody wants to use your energy to grow and advance, but they want you to be stagnant. Somebody feels like you've already come far enough. They already see how well your intuition works, so they want to use your intuition for themselves. Be very careful about that. You know, a lot of you will meet people who are equally yoked with you, but I'm going to tell you now, and I've really been talking about this a lot on the channel when it comes to wealth. Okay, a lot of people have wealth and they have a poverty mindset. A lot of people, the only reason why they want wealth is because they never had it. Okay, and some people also, they rely so heavily on financial gains because they are spiritually bankrupt. There are some people who have a lot of wealth, they have a lot of resources, and they use that to power. It's for power. It's their leverage for power. They want to dictate and control everything around, like I said, their environment, because they are unable to control themselves. So be careful of people who force you to isolate yourself from others. So in other words, be careful of people who love bomb you, and they come in and their goal is to actually isolate you from your friends and your family, and to take you away from everything that you've already had to go within to create on your own. You've already crossed the burning sands to get to where you are, to have these epiphanies and realizations in your life. Don't let somebody come in and all of a sudden make you move away from your goals or away from God. You don't need tarot and all of this extra like stuff for you to know that anything that takes you off your course, off your path, and away from God is most likely not for you. It's simple. If you know that you're the type of person that you don't drink or smoke, or you don't indulge in certain things, and you start to be around a person and they overindulge in things to the point that it tempts you to start living your life a certain way, that's probably not someone that you need to be around. It's clear. You don't have to make these situations so complicated. You have to learn to be discerning and protect your peace and your energy. If you can learn how to be at peace, you can be more positive, you can be intentional, and you can manifest what you want. But there's absolutely somebody here that is fake. Some of you, there's 3 to 4 different people in your energy. Now, eventually we will be stepping into Mercury retrograde. Some of you, you're going towards an actual counterpart, whether they're in your life already or they're about to enter your life. You have a lot of people right now who are pulling on your energy. Okay. The divine feminine energy, that fertility, that abundance is what the entire world needs right now. People who have been stealing it from you, they have to now pay the consequences of doing that. Ten of Swords. Yeah, something here, you need to be mindful of a betrayal coming in. It's coming in to cause instability in your life right before you get wish fulfillment. And some of you, it's several different situations. You could have a friend, you could have a family member, you could have a boss or a coworker. A lot of people are challenging you right now. Your commitment to yourself is being tested. Understand that. You don't have to be afraid in spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare, honestly, if you shift your mind to welcome it, because if you're really strong and you know how to stay very, very close to God, spiritual warfare always comes with an upgrade if you understand the art of war. You don't have to be afraid and struck with anxiety and fear. You should know, like, there's something really big on the other side of this. You definitely have someone, though, either in the past who already betrayed you, and you're about to see the truth about it now. Because we are experiencing this eclipse season and karmic justice, for a lot of you, it's like God is going to finally come in and going to give you the clarity and the confirmation about something that was done to you in the background in the past. You've probably thought you had an idea about it, but you're going to get the whole entire truth. And someone here is very afraid of you finding out the truth. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. It doesn't have to. Somebody is really afraid of you finding out the truth of all of the things that they've done in the past and in the background that causes confusion and illusions for you, especially when it comes to your overall stability, your security, and your relationships. Your relationships with your friends, your family, and in love. Some of you have people who have even been trying to sabotage your relationships with friends and family members, not just lovers. Why? Because they want you isolated. That's the main tactic of a very narcissistic person. They want to be the only person that feeds off of your energy. So they don't want you to have friends, family, lovers. They don't even want you to have children, really. And it's constantly someone causing instability. I feel like for some of you, every single time that you begin to have a bit of stability in your life, all of a sudden there's an energy that rushes in to cause you to juggle. But I mean, the thing is still, we have the divine feminine here, the lovers. You have two different people in your energy. I feel like some of you, though, you're about to rank up again spiritually, and it's actually going to bring another person in. You could have at least two people in your life. Some of you, you have not met your person yet. Like at the end of whatever this test or battle after this eclipse season, once you get these parasitic like energies out of your energetic field, the real deal will come in. It's like it's levels. It's like you have a big devil, a baby devil in your energy, and they're blocking like a real divine counterpart for you. Wow. Look at that. Ace of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Death card. This is what I just said. This eclipse season, everything in your life right now that you feel like you need to let go of or that's being removed, whether it's a friend, family member, a job, a habit, or whatever, just let it go. It's for the sake of you going through a rebirth so that you can you have the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. 10-10 speaks of a completion. This is eclipse all day. 10-10 and the Death card, that's an ending. That is the World, which was the first card out. So a lot of you, I'm telling you, things are being eclipsed. So energetically right now, you may be feeling like, you may be feeling defeated because there's a lot of things pulling at you energetically. It's almost like, to be honest, the universe is like purposely trying to agitate you to show you what you don't like, so that you can be very intentional about getting rid of it. It's like, you don't like when that person says that, does that thing. You don't like what they do in the workplace. You don't like this. And it seems like it's very negative, but this is like a test run. It's to show you that you need to be clear about what you don't want so that you can manifest what you want. And that's why denial came out here. Do not be in denial about what you want. Do not settle. You don't have to persevere. Some people have been taught to just accept things that they don't like, these karmic situations. That's like very toxic in a way. Why are you fighting through something that's not actually for you? Like I said, some people are in denial about the fact that that's not perseverance. That's just fear. You're staying at the job or in the relationship not because you're strong, but actually because there's a weakness. There's a fear of change. It's time to be honest with yourself. But something incredibly beautiful is coming in for sure. Queen of Cups and the Moon. Wow. And the Six of Swords. It's like you're moving away from illusions, confusion. There are secrets that are coming out that's going to liberate you. You're also just moving into a very feminine time. When I see the Queen of Cups and the Moon, this has a lot to do with the mother, with the home, moving on a peaceful, calm waters. Right now, you could just, again, like if you look, she's just throwing her hands up like you're surrendering. Okay, purging your emotions, allowing your soul to just cleanse, allowing your soul to really just cry. This is like getting into a watery energy, allowing your emotions and your thoughts to just flow. Is where you need to be right now. You really need to just be in a state of surrender because there's something coming in for you, and it's a new start. You having a clean slate where you get to just create, manifest. Do things. It may not work out, but at least you got to try something. It's like you're going to have to let go of the fear of failure. Everybody kind of fails their way to success. And people always say, if you look in the dictionary, the word fail always shows up before success. It's okay for you to fail your way to success. It's okay to start a job, a business, a relationship or anything. And maybe it doesn't work out exactly how you want. Then you just decide you go about it differently. And if you keep trying things and it doesn't work, then you start something else. But you can't just sit there and be stagnant. You have a lot of victory, success, rewards, and recognition that's about to come at you very, very quickly. I'm telling you, it's like all gas, no brakes. Something is about to really take off for you. If you wanted to. Let go of guilt. It says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Yeah, it's like you need to understand that you are deserving of what you want. It's time to stop complaining and allow yourself to shift to an abundant mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. Exactly. Be intentional. Think about being abundant now. Even if you feel like you don't have what you want, shifting your mindset will allow the universe to give you what you feel like you are lacking. But you can't focus on the lack. Focus on the fact, that you're building something. It says, see, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. A lot of you really, with this Eight of Pentacles, you're really about to learn something about manifestation that you've been missing. Okay, it's something about mindset, about how you speak. And I'll be honest, this has been coming up a lot because a lot of people like to believe that if you are spiritual, that you can't be religious at all. And that's not true. But I've been noticing a lot about the merge between those two worlds of being more spiritual and religious. And the only thing to me is just, the relationship. And I don't want to get too much into it because I know everybody has different beliefs. But I'm using that as an example about reading doctrine and understanding it and then having a personal relationship. Really, everything right now just comes down to actions and intentions. A lot of people, even when they go to God, they don't realize that it's so religious and just ritualistic in practice that there's no relationship. And people are crying out to God and they're like, well, where are you? You don't have a relationship with God. You can read the text and you can You can congregate and go into fellowship all day and twice on Sunday, and you're still not hearing God because you don't really have that relationship. It's time for everybody to have a relationship with God, or your higher self. You have to believe in something that's far bigger and greater than you. Okay, you have released jealousy, dreams of abundance, detox your friendships, and employment change. Okay, attracting, not chasing, partnership, and then the power of prayer. So, I love these cards. I used to only use these cards in personal readings. I decided to use them today. Releasing jealousy. Okay, a lot of people, when they feel like they are deserving of more, and they may be guilty about certain things that they've done in their past or where they are in their life right now. You could have people like this around you who are your friends or your family members. Some of these people don't realize that their mindset is actually that of a very jealous person. You have to make sure that, even in your friendships and your family, that you're surrounding yourself with people who are not jealous of you. And you certainly have to make sure that you are not jealous of other people. There will always be things that other people have in their life or that they're manifesting. And you should be inspired by it, but you should never allow yourself to be jealous. And if you have people around you that you always fear are jealous of you, that means that you know that person most likely is sending you the evil eye. You cannot be afraid to detox your friendships. Do not surround yourself with people who you know are secretly jealous and envious of you. Okay? Because your dreams of abundance will be shattered. Because when people have a certain negative mindset, when you begin to make changes in your life, people will say certain things. You hear people talk about wish magic and word magic. People would wish that you stop talking about your dreams. They would wish that they had what you have, and they will say certain things to you to plant things in your mind to think that you should not go after your dreams. This happens a lot with business partnerships, relationships, romantic partnerships as well. Be very careful about those friends and family who, whenever you start to speak about something that it makes your heart sing, because it's different from what they have or what they've had or even though it's not their business, you'll be surprised how other people want you to live a certain way because it makes them comfortable. They will begin to tell you pretty much not to go after certain things or certain people, because the truth is they know that it's going to bring you great success. See, a lot of people, they know about your success story before you even pursue certain things. A lot of people, oh my gosh, I can feel like the Holy Spirit. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, they will see you go up against something that is extremely challenging, right? And the reason why they will try to talk you out of it is not because they feel like, they want to protect you from it being a failure. A lot of people do not want to see you have the glory that you will receive or the favor for you being so faithful and courageous. So a lot of people in your life have seen you weather a lot of storms. And everything that you go towards, usually, especially people who are light workers and healers, everything that you go towards usually is hard. It's a struggle attached to it. You will have people who will tell you don't start that business, don't go into a business partnership with that person, you don't need to fall in love with a certain type of person, because they know that if anybody can get the job done, they can make something go from nothing to it being something beautiful and grand, it will be you. A lot of people, they don't want to see you in your full glory. They don't want to see you win. See, a lot of people, you think, and you have to be careful, because the way people will shape it is they're looking after you. You have to be especially careful of like friends, family, and family, and even your parents. They say that they're protecting you, but really what they're doing is they're protecting themselves because they're tired of seeing you be in your glory. That's that jealousy that people like to keep hidden. But that's the reason why you have to detox your friendships and your relationships, because your abundance will be affected by the people that you spend your time with. If you have people who they're not big dreamers like you need to limit your interactions with them. Stop hanging around people who feel like, oh my goodness, they need to get to where you are, because sometimes secretly they're projecting jealousy and fear onto you. In the back of their minds, they're wondering, will they ever have what you have? Will they ever go where you've gone? Will they ever become what you've already become? You have to make sure that you aren't around people who are competing with you. And a lot of people, they will tell you, oh, I'm inspired by you. Yeah, but they're competing with you. And right now in this season, you shouldn't have to try to prove why God is blessing you. You know what you went through to get to where you are. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, and block out distractions. For some of you right now, the moonlighting card is here, okay? Look, cooperation instead of competition. There's a lot of people who they could work with you, or they know that they could have worked with you. But instead of them working with you, they decided to work against you. Okay? You have moonlighting here. So moonlighting is when you start to work on your dream. This could be like a side business, a side hustle of yours, and you still keep your full-time job. You can have the best of both worlds. So yeah, you may keep your job because you want your benefits or your, that security or stability for now, but don't be afraid to work on what your dream is, whether it's another career or it's a business or whatever. Make sure you're doing something that, like I said, it's fully aligning you with your purpose. And what is yours is yours. Nobody can take that from you. But you have a lot of people, as they see you juggling different things and trying to grow and be more prosperous in life, they are going to compete with you, when in actuality, they could have worked with you. People, a lot of you've already gone through this, and you will always go through this in life because you're chosen. You have a windfall of abundance coming. That's why I've been talking about Taurus season and Jupiter going into Taurus and everything with Saturn and all of this karma right now. A lot of you, your good karma is coming in the form of a lot of abundance. Okay? Windfall, there's like money miracles happening. You need to block out distractions, because a lot of people now, what you are being distracted by is their projections. People are coming to the realization that, oh my goodness, I should have worked with you. You have a lot of exes. They're like, wow, I shouldn't have ever broken up with that person, because they cannot go with you now. You're going into a divine partnership. First and foremost, you're your own partner. But a lot of people, they're very jealous, envious, and upset that they missed the boat with you. Let's see. This is, good stuff, I feel, that's coming. It's a major transformation. You just have to do your part. Right now, to align yourself, you have to really surrender to this eclipse energy. You're just going to have to let certain people, places, things, and situations go. Anything that's holding you back, you have to let it go. A lot of you, your love life has been blocked. Okay, for sure. And it's because you have a lot of love for people around you, friends, family, and ex-lovers, and you don't realize that your connection to them is blocking you from what you truly want. God is not going to give a lot of people certain blessings when you are surrounded by thieves. Okay? So, you have to start making some sacrifices. Everybody just can't go with you. Invite help. It says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. When I surrender. It's time for you to just say, listen, God, I can't do this by myself. I'm tired. I can't do this. Signs, instincts are the message from the inner divine companionship. This is what I was saying too about relationship. How is your relationship with yourself and with God? That's what should be your focus right now. It says giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. When you are comfortable with being by yourself and with God, then you can invite a person in. When it comes to partnerships, it should be let me be careful how I say this. I was about to say it should be a third party situation. Don't take that, because God should always be at the center of your friendships and your relationships. That higher purpose. So if you are whole and healthy and healed, and it's always an ongoing process, there's no such thing as perfect, but you and two people, you can come together when you keep God at the center of it. Wow. Letting go. See, letting go. You know what's so funny? I just put these little things out here today, and it looks just like on the picture. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. That's your affirmation. It's okay to let this go. Somebody needs to, it's okay for you to let go of that toxic friend, family member, job. It's okay to let it all go. You don't have to fear that something better is not coming. It is okay to let whatever this is go. It is okay if somebody lets you go. It's okay. You have to learn too that it's okay to be the bad guy in somebody else's story. It's their story. When you're focused on writing your own story, you're not worried about how somebody paints you as a character in their story. Inner child. It's okay too to let go of the wounded inner child. It says, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. So you know, I was saying at the beginning, some people are very much in denial about the fact that there's a lot of shadow work and healing that's needed. You're in survival mode from things that happened to you possibly as a child, or things that have wounded your inner child. There's a need for you to let go of those things so that something new can come in. Let's see. Unleash your creativity. Temptation here. There's something holding you back from you unleashing your creativity. It's a toxic mindset. Okay. You being surrounded by people who tell you you can't do things or challenge you. Take off your mask. There's something very important here about you having pride in your dreams, learning how to dream and to imagine again, and taking off your mask. And here you have it, letting go. $426 could be of significance. That's coming up soon. What is today, the 14th? 3/7/11. Power of 3, something that happening in the next 3 to 7 days. But you're going to be able to let go. I don't know exactly what the day is of the eclipse. I think it's like the 19th. The 19th. So between now and when this eclipse comes, and maybe even like 3 to 7 days after. You know, people say the moon energy is very potent 3 days before, 3 days after. For the rest of this month, for sure, a lot of you, as these different transits and everything else are taking place, what you need to really focus on, first of all, pay attention to your dreams, but take off your mask. Reveal to yourself who you are. Some of you, you're not even being honest with yourself about who you are or who you want to be. You're in denial about something because you're afraid to trust yourself. You've been conditioned to think that whoever you truly are or what you truly desire is wrong, it's bad, or you can't have it. It's conditioning. You're going to have to break out of this conditioning. reparent yourself. Healing, exactly. And look at that, discovering your life purpose. So April 21st, the 26th, and the 29th could be of significance. You're learning the importance of your self-love healing journey, healing your inner child so that you can come out of feeling trapped. This has caused a state of entrapment because there's been a lot of rejection. So the things that truly make you happy, the world has convinced you that you shouldn't pursue it. So you've been stuck in procrastinating. But it's time now for you to heal. Come out of the karmic cycle that you've been in with the devil. Become a true alchemist, okay? And heal this hole in the soul once and for all so that you can be this phoenix rising. Just let everything burn down to the ground and start over. Let go of all of the negative things that you told yourself or that other people have told you. Just release it all. It's easier said than done, but it's first just setting the intention that you're not going to hold on to it anymore. Some of these cards, wow. Y'all look at these. These cards, I didn't even know that I didn't pull them out in the deck. Anytime that happens, I always say that means Spirit had a secret message. You have indecision. So you could be blocked right now, procrastinating and being very indecisive, guilt. You may feel guilt, shame, or fear because you are choosing health now to take care of yourself, your mental health, your spiritual health, just your health in general. And it requires that you balance things out. This whole energy of you feeling good by being of service to others, the truth is you've been of service to people who were working against you. And that's why it has been difficult for you to find peace, balance, and harmony. And therefore it has been difficult for you to manifest what you want. Now you're gonna have to come out of denial about the fact that you have been your own worst enemy by getting so much of your joy from helping the wrong people. You cannot feel guilty about wanting to grow, wanting to leave, wanting something better. Again, that's why you need to detox your friendships. And you know, I don't really have friends. I'll be honest with you. I'm the only child anyway, so it's okay for me. But I know a lot of people, they honestly they can't function alone. I see grown people and you know, if this is you, I'm not meaning to be offensive, but I see grown people that they can't walk around the place, they can't drive in the car, they always have to be texting or talking to somebody. There's always people in and out of their house. They don't know how to sit with themselves, and that's usually because people are running from their screaming inner child. You can't build when you're busy with BS. You know, I can't sit around and talk to other people and gossip, and I don't have time for that, and I won't make time for it. So some people, though, they're really afraid to be in that type of mindset and that energy of just saying no. Let's just look at some affirmations to close out the reading, because I'm gonna move out of this space. I have so many decks, but I'm trying to organize them. I'm gonna cleanse them. I just want to make some changes on the channel. I feel very optimistic about that myself today. Oh wow! It says story of my life. It says, as I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that prize for the best inner monologue. So you see this picture, it's like a snake here. Giving a gift to, I guess this is a mouse, okay? I feel for a lot of you who are for sure holding on. Let's be honest. Heartbreak can destroy people. When you feel that you have your first heartbreak, and I know from my own personal healing journey, your very first heartbreak typically comes from a, a parent, a parental figure, because that's the first person who loves you. We're conditioned to believe that that's the person that should keep you safe, that should protect you and provide. That's your first interaction, whether it's a parent who was present or a parent who was not present. You have to just forgive people for their shortcomings, your expectations of what they should have done or could have done in your life. Because oftentimes when you've had a situation, even with a family member, it trickles into other relationships, friendships, and especially relationships. And it keeps you in the victim mode of, oh my gosh, that person did so bad to me. The thing is that even the snake can offer you something. Those people in your life who you feel are the most wicked, who hurt you the most, they gave you a gift. You learn to be discerning. You learn how to be closer to God. You gained wisdom from those situations. So again, it's about you changing your mindset. Stop being so mad, upset, and angry with these people. Again, it's easier said than done. Some people have completely been tortured and tormented by individuals, and I understand that takes far more. But if you're just walking around and you're upset about a friend from middle school, it may be time to at least take action to heal. You can't just wake up and it be gone, but at least be intentional about letting go. Okay, I feel like that's a bit of a softer blow, because it just tells me just let it go. That's not realistic. What I'm saying is be intentional about letting go. Be intentional about saying, I'm step by step, day by day, I'm just going to try to let go of that thing. But you first have to address the fact that that thing, that person, it actually hurt you. It says no need to do. And if you notice here, it's like somebody here is in between. It says do this, do that. This to me is it's the indecision, the complacency. Do you keep on trying to live your life for other people, or do you live your life for yourself? Do you choose peace, or do you choose to be sad? It says, I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's something more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do laundry. Give yourself some grace. You were called, you were chosen, you took the call. Okay, give yourself grace. Where you are is where you're supposed to be. And everything is your choice. It's your decision, your free will. Be empowered in knowing you get to do what you want to do. And don't feel guilty when you do what you want to do. It means that other people may not be able to do what they want to do. And so we have here good things to come and wonder. A lot of cards came out. Inspiration, and here is generosity and self-love. I don't want us here all day. And you have options. I think this is important though. It says, as I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. That's cute. Yeah, you don't have to conform. Okay. Self-love. It says, I openly embrace a feeling of self-love. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. Remember I said that earlier? You're going into a partnership with yourself. I show myself love any way that I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that? Self. This is about loving yourself and being accountable. You even have to be accountable for the fact that sometimes you're not loving yourself as you should. That's what I'm saying about the reset. I know even in my personal life right now, I'm choosing to embrace a certain journey and reset. Like, I want to wake up every day and know that I'm being very intentional about a particular goal. It's really, people always say it's really making a lifestyle change. Whether it's what time I eat, what time I go to bed, just every single thing should have a very clear intention behind it. Why are you doing what you're doing? Inspiration. There's a voice of inspiration within me. Right now it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech, voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Whatever is in your head, whatever is in your heart right now that you want to express, whether you are just talking to yourself in the mirror, or you want to start a social media platform and talk to other people, or you want to stand on the corner of a street in downtown in your city and talk or sing or whatever. Every 1,000,000-mile journey, it starts with a single step. Some of you don't want to start things because you're only looking at, it's like, some people are still very focused on how many people are gonna see them. You want everything to be super grand. When you do what is for you and you're authentic, the right things come in. It's just like when I started my channel. I mean, it's crazy to think when I started, I was so scared to just turn on the camera. My audio was terrible. I have videos that only have 30 views. I have videos now in 2 days they have 30,000 views. It was because something in my head was saying, well, just post the reading. And the more I just posted the reading, the more it will grow. And that's just me, but it's even in business, Being in corporate America, it was me stepping up saying, hey, do this. I wasn't afraid to say certain things to the person who was sitting at the head of the table. And then when I see a program or a process that I was able to spearhead be implemented in a job, and I can look back now at that company and say, wow, I put that in place. It starts as just something small. Don't be afraid to start small. You have wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better, and my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. Just be happy in your own state. Wherever you are. If you make a mistake, fix it. And it says good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. Something is coming towards you, and it brings a lot of generosity. It says, I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. For some of you, continue to be good, to be even great. But the thing about generosity that many people don't understand because of conditioning, do not allow your love and your loyalty to make you a slave to something that is not for you. I'm not afraid to be the person that's sitting down in the stadium when everybody else is doing the wave. If I don't like the wave, I'm not going to do the wave. There's nothing that's going to stop me from spreading love and light and being generous. And I don't like to say who's deserving of it or not. But for some of you, when it comes to unhealthy situations that you feel like you are forced to be generous and you may want to scale back, pour into bodies that will pour back into you. Don't let your well run dry. And you will know if you're pouring into the right things, if you're planting the right seeds, by your harvest, by the fruit that falls off of the tree. If you're being generous with something and you're not ever getting anything in return, and keep in mind, your return may not come from the very thing that you actually sold into. But maybe you need to be careful. And I feel like that just has everything to do with energy. What are you putting your energy into? Here's just an affirmation. Y'all, I'm just trying to use some of my decks because I have so many. Wow. Number 8, I am capable. Obstacles are only as large as I believe them to be. I can achieve anything I desire with comfort and ease. I have all the necessary tools to reach my goals. When I lead with positivity and love, helpful people show up to aid my endeavors. I am capable. So you may want to say that just in the mirror. I am capable. And here is number 14, and today is 414. It says, I am open. Vulnerability is my strength, not my weakness. My openness attracts those who are beneficial to my highest good. When I lean into my feelings, I am honoring my truth. When I communicate my feelings in a loving way, I am speaking my truth. I am open. And what did I say earlier? It's time to surrender and come out of survival mode. Come out of this denial that everything is okay or how you was treated. Yeah, you can move forward, but it's okay if you decide to cry. Let your soul cry, purge, so that you can be open. You want to be an open vessel, an open channel to something that is good, that is great for you. But you have to get the old dirt out first. Okay? I want one card. Share your gifts. And here's the 26. Something about the number 26. Get ready to see movement when you choose to share your gifts. So for some of you, it's time for you to align with your purpose. That is what 414 is all about. Aligning with your highest good and your true soul purpose. And for some of you, what Spirit is saying, that you are indeed, I feel like this is for sure a call out for light workers and healers, the generational curse breakers, the legacy builders, the world leaders. Share your gifts. That doesn't mean be a platform. Your gift could be you cooking breakfast for the people who are less fortunate in the neighborhood, whatever it is. Whatever you do that gives you a sense of peace and joy and makes your heart sing, and it can add some type of value to somebody else. You have gifts, talents, and abilities that create and add value. You have to let go of everything that's stopping you from being your absolute best self right now. And the truth is, your trauma and your story, being able to in some way share it or help others, that's a huge gift. So all of that pain actually was your gift. Let your pain push you into your purpose. Okay? I love you guys so very much. Happy 414. I don't know, this day just seems very important to me. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. I would love to do more readings like this. I'm so tired of the doom and gloom, like, goodness. So please be encouraged. I hope that you leave this reading feeling better than when you came, feeling more positivity, and just being uplifted spiritually. Always go within so that you never go without. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.